Hello guys, welcome to our podcast. My name is Valentina Suryanti. I'm as a host in this podcast, and this is our guest star.
Hi, I'm Veronica Pinkan. I'm from Depok because that's where I'm born and live.
Your hometown is in Depok.
Yeah,
Oh, it is so far from here.
yeah, it takes 1 hour.
Oh, it is so far. It's the whole place. So, your hometown is from Depok,
Yes,
and you come here as a guest star.
yes.
Asik ya kan? Okay, so before we begin our podcast, let we introduce our name podcast first. My podcast name in here is Intro Podcast. Do you know guys why the name is Intro Podcast?
I don't know why.
Because me as a host in here have a introvert persona.
Really?
Yes, very introvert.
I didn't see that. Because I'm an ambivert, so I can in between.
Okay. So the name is Intro Podcast. It is for short name podcast, but Introvert Podcast is the origin name of this podcast. So before we begin, what do you feel? I call you for join to our podcast now.
It's kinda lazy, because I'm too far. Live in Depok. It takes 1 hour. I must to get up in the morning, so but it's okay. At
Okay.
least I do this because it's kind of fun.
I very appreciate for your coming here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's we begin our podcast. The topic of our podcast name is code mixing in Gen Z. They use in every day, everywhere,
Yeah.
and every time.
Actually,
Yes. In your opinion, what is code mixing?
I think the mixing is the mixing language between one language and the other language, like Indonesians and English. That's commonly we call Jaksa language that happening in Block M. Yeah, I think
Citayu?
it's also, but it's barely in Block M.
Okay.
As you know that.
So I can conclude your answer. Code mixing is mixing to one or two, maybe more language.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you find Gen Z use code mixing?
I found in myself also.
Maybe maybe in cafe, in
Yeah.
campus.
Cafe, street, mostly in Jaksel ya. And I found like in cafe, like especially like they have a conversations with their friends or they from international school, they mostly mix the language.
So you can find Gen Z everywhere,
Yeah.
especially in the cafe, in the
Yeah.
campus. But how do you think in the office? Is it like maybe at the time when they're working?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not working yet, so.
Okay.
but my agency friends, my friend from agency, they're basically like not really formal for talking. They use like semi-formal, but if they have some meeting or with their owner, it's use formal language, not a mixing code like this.
So your friend company is not use a formal language.
No.
It's very chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Chill.
Very chill ya. So the next question. When you talk with your friends, do you notice that you mix languages?
Yeah, of course. Basically, we're at the campus and our study is bahasa Inggris.
English language
Yes.
department.
And we use English and Indonesia.
In the
we
class,
mix.
you use full English or you mix the language? Oh, you mix the
Mix.
language.
How that I would that one? Huh? Yeah, basically like that lah.
So how is the context? Is it general or maybe you mix all the language or only at the same time you talk with your friends?
Uh, just talk with my friends, I think. But with the lecturer, we use a formal language, not a code mixings. But sometimes we have a chill lecture, it's not really in formal language when they talk. So mostly with friends.
So your friend use code mixing too?
Yeah.
Your all friends or
All of them. I mean, like my old friends, my high school friends, or from elementary also, and from my community friends also use mixing code. So
okay. So we see in nowadays Gen Z and another generation is use different languages. So how is the code mixing you hear from Gen Z different from how previous generations mix languages?
sorry, I don't understand.
I mean, like how you see the difference you hear from previous generations, like millennial generation, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. Use code
How
mixing.
the difference?
Yes.
I don't know about the millennial. My mom not really talk about the English things, but she's mostly use talk of Indonesian, especially with me or my families. But my dad can speak English, but not really well.
Fluent.
Yeah, not really fluent. And for Gen Z, as we know, and I'm also a Gen Z,
Okay.
we mostly use code mixings because it's kind of more easier for understand and say to our circle.
Do you think code mixing in Gen Z, especially in Gen Z, is a style language?
I think it's also they can find their personality or style
okay.
when they talk.
Okay. How about Gen Alpha?
I don't know, but my cousins that Gen Alpha, it's mostly talk code mixing when they play some Roblox.
Yes, Roblox is a place
Yeah.
many Gen Alpha talk with code mixing.
Yeah, that's why. And other games lah that I don't know, I just know the Roblox things. But when they talk with their families, they not use code mixing. But when my cousin talk to me, we use code mixing because like if she cannot use the English language, I be like mad because why you cannot English language? It's important for your future. I mean like that. So that's why.
Do you feel Gen Alpha is more fluent than Gen Z?
It's not really, but my cousins is apa ya, from not really international schools, but they have little like native speaker in their school, but no.
But if we see like at the mall, at the cafe,
Yeah.
you so maybe when you go to the cafe or you go to the mall, you see like one kids or maybe children use code mixing
Yeah.
and even they use full English language. I think Gen Alpha is more fluent than Gen Z. I think in my opinion.
It also can be because different parenting, like in my families, the parenting in English not really common.
Not really important too.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's
Okay.
important, but what am I gonna say? It's like not really their kind of parenting moment in English language, but they push us to speaking in English, especially when they talk to me that I'm pushing my cousins to have the code mixing, so they really can have talk or conversation with other especially foreigner.
So we move to the next question. Maybe we already see in another conversation in Gen Z use code mixing. How do you think about social media? I mean, like, how does social media influence the rise of code mixing in Gen Z?
It's social media is a huge part, especially in TikTok, Instagram.
Yes.
Mostly Gen Z use that application for express their emotions or express their personality.
Live
Yeah, and
and
also
to share the content actually.
that's also it's they commonly use code mixing in their captions or even their posting in
Stories.
story like that.
You see in Instagram only or maybe in X. X is a Twitter
Ah,
or TikTok maybe.
yeah, mostly Twitter also use their expressions or emotions to express in code mixing. Mostly see in TikTok and Instagram because I only open my Twitters, but there's a lot in Twitters.
I think it's a same opinion. Me see in Gen Z when they upload or post story in Instagram, they use code mixing languages or maybe the caption. So how does code mixing affect the way Gen Z expresses their identity?
Code mixing really affect how to Gen Z sees themselves, like global but still connect to their roots. Mixing language like them show creativity, humor, their personality. It's also the way they fit and their peers or express belonging to certain online communities.
Okay. In your opinion, is code mixing as a formal trends?
Not really, because mostly code mixing already happens like when we in high school,
a formal trend, but
it's
there is
there.
formal people
Yeah.
to use this code mixing in their conversations, especially in Gen Z, every day, every time, everywhere. Okay. And the next question is, does code mixing help for communication? I think it's help for Gen Z communication because Indonesia is not again for as a basic language, and this code mixing usually as a basic language for their communication with their friends.
It's really helpful actually, especially when you talk with friends that not really understand English. So we have the code mixings or use code mixings to have a conversation with them and with my friends also because it is easy to express our expressions and what we are gonna say to our friends.
Okay. In your opinion, will code mixing continue to grow in the future? I mean, like, will it be sustainable?
Yeah, of course. That I already said. Not, but not all of foreigners that come to Indonesia can speak English. So we use the code mixing as well. And also that people in Indonesia not really can English also, especially the people that the millennials that we know. So it can be sustainable, but in the future so we have to make sense to grow.
Okay, so do you think from this code mixing, code mix, I mean code mixing shows creativity language?
It can be
Hmm?
because in Instagram captions it's also the creative moment that we can express. So producing can be the creative language that
And some people sometimes not only use code mixing as caption, but they add some emojis to more creative.
and expressive.
Yes. Do you like that? Do you do that?
Yeah, mostly, especially when I have conversation in chatting or in uploading my story on Instagram.
So code mixing it's not only in conversation, but we can see too in real life, social media.
Yeah, so I agree.
For the last question,
Mhm.
can you share your fun experience use code mixing? Because you're Gen Z, right?
Yeah. It happened a lot. See,
Just give me a little or maybe one example.
sometimes my voice is really too low for when I speak English or when I Singlish my language. That my friends hear differently and have different meaning that I say. So it takes long for them to understand what I'm saying. So it's kind of funny for my. It's like inside jokes, but also it's kind of confusing because my voice kind of low.
So your friend is
Misunderstanding what I'm gonna say.
kayak it's
Yeah.
confused ya.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is our last question for you. Yay! That's wrap that's wrap up for our discussion today. The topic is about code mixing in Gen Z everyday communication. To conclude, we have learned that code mixing is not just a random habit for Gen Z, but it is a part of how Gen Z express their identity in their community. Then we can find Gen Z use code mixing in their community, in the cafe, in the mall, maybe at the campus here. Actually, whether you see it as a language evolution or a communication shortcut, language keeps changing and just like we do.
Yeah, and so for nowadays also we use code mixing not only for trends, but it's in social media also for our creativities to and express our emotions and personality in our feeds or story. Yeah, something like that.
Yes, we can use code mixing in everywhere, also in social media too.
We can find it easily.
So yeah, a big thank you for Veronica Pinkan for joining us in this podcast.
Yeah, it's my honor to be here in the intro podcast.
Yes, we really appreciate your time, your energy, and your perspective and your opinion in this episode podcast. This is our first podcast, guys.
Oh, the first guest in here.
Yes. And of course, thank you for all listeners for tuning in. And don't forget to watch this podcast about code mixing in Gen Z communication. Don't forget to subscribe,
Like.
comment, like, and share. Goodbye.